Get ready, drive time is now. The future of mobility is accelerating, and ElectroDrive News is your pit stop for the hottest updates. From charging infrastructure breakthroughs to game-changing vehicle releases, we're covering it all at warp speed. Today, we've got a triple threat of innovation hitting the headlines, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the electric revolution. Buckle up, because the news cycle isn't slowing down, and you won't want to miss a single second of this. Let's dive in. First up, a major player in parking infrastructure is teaming up with a charging solutions leader to supercharge their network. We're talking about a significant expansion and integration that promises to make EV charging more seamless than ever. Next, get ready to feast your eyes on a brand new electric hatchback that's set to shake up the market. This release boasts next-generation battery tech, a striking new design, and performance upgrades that are turning heads. We'll break down exactly what makes this vehicle a contender in the fiercely competitive EV space. Then, we shift gears to policy and public infrastructure, where a state is considering a revolutionary, albeit controversial, move for EV owners. This proposal could fundamentally change how electric vehicles are taxed and maintained on the road, sparking a huge debate. And finally, we're heading to Kenya to explore how localization and energy strategies are intrinsically linked in their electric vehicle ambitions. It's a fascinating look at how a nation is planning to drive its automotive sector forward with smart energy solutions. Stick around for all the details, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update from ElectroDrive News. A network upgrade is here. Q-Park Netherlands is making a significant move to enhance its electric vehicle charging capabilities by partnering with GreenFlux, a prominent European EV charging solution provider. This collaboration will see GreenFlux integrate approximately 1,700 of Q-Park's existing electric vehicle supply equipment, EVSE, into its advanced management system. The decision to adopt GreenFlux's platform was driven by its robust smart charging features and comprehensive charge point management system, CPMS, capabilities, which are expected to significantly improve the oversight and performance of Q-Park's charging stations. Both companies share Dutch origins and a strong focus on the European market, operating in key regions like France, Germany, Belgium, the United Kingdom, and the Netherlands. This partnership aligns perfectly with their shared commitment to delivering smart e-mobility solutions and advancing sustainability goals. Q-Park Netherlands Managing Director, Michel Tenge, highlighted the growing importance of EV charging for their customers, stating, "EV charging is increasingly important for Q-Park as our customers expect to be able to charge while parking." He further emphasized the benefits of the GreenFlux collaboration, noting that it provides more flexibility and control, allowing us to facilitate our growth ambitions. The initial phase of the partnership involved migrating Q-Park's charge points from their previous backend system, Shell Recharge, to GreenFlux's platform. Sutherland Naines, GreenFlux's managing director, expressed enthusiasm about the finalized partnership, stating, "With the deal, we further expand our presence in the European commercial parking space." He also lauded Q-Park as a well-known parking and mobility brand with an outstanding reputation, underscoring GreenFlux's dedication to leading the future of commercial parking by serving top operators across Europe. This strategic alliance is poised to streamline operations and enhance the EV charging experience for Q-Park customers across its extensive network. But will this upgrade be enough to keep pace with demand? Coming up next, a major automotive brand is unleashing a new generation of its popular EV hatchback with some seriously impressive battery upgrades. Next-gen hatchback arrives. MG Motor has officially pulled the wraps off the 2025 MG4 EV, a second-generation electric hatchback that promises to redefine the segment with its updated design, enhanced technology, and improved performance. Unveiled initially in China, this launch signifies MG's accelerated commitment to sustainable mobility. The new MG4 is not just a minor refresh. It represents a substantial leap forward, aiming to challenge not only mass-market competitors, but also to make a strong play in the premium EV space. The dimensions have seen a notable increase, with the vehicle now measuring 4,395 min length, 1,842 min width, and 1,551 min height, featuring a wheelbase of 2,750. Despite this growth, MG has managed to reduce the overall weight, a feat that directly translates to better efficiency and more engaging driving dynamics, embodying what MG calls featherweight engineering. The centerpiece of the 2025 MG4 EV is undoubtedly its advanced battery technology. Customers will have two LFP, lithium iron phosphate, battery options, a 42.8 kWh pack offering a CLTC-certified range of 437 km, and a larger 53.9 kWh pack extending the range to 530 km. Both are designed for rapid charging, capable of replenishing the battery from 30% to 80% in a mere 20 minutes, a critical convenience factor for modern EV users. Adding to the excitement, MG is also introducing the Angxin Edition, a flagship variant equipped with a cutting-edge semi-solid-state battery, projected to have a capacity of around 70 kWh. This move towards more advanced battery chemistries signals MG's intent to stay at the forefront of EV technology. Looking towards future markets, MG has confirmed plans to introduce the MG4 EV in India by late 2025 or early 2026. The vehicle made its debut in India at the Auto Expo 2023, generating considerable anticipation. With India's rapidly expanding EV infrastructure and growing consumer appetite for electric vehicles, the MG4 EV could replicate the success of the MG ZS EV in the SUV segment, potentially becoming a category-defining model. This global strategy underscores MG's mission to offer accessible, innovative, and sustainable vehicles worldwide. But could this new model face regulatory hurdles in some markets? We're heading to the US next, where a state is grappling with a unique proposal to fund its transportation budget using EV owners. A road usage charge debate heats up. Oregon is on the verge of becoming the second US state, following Hawaii, to mandate a pay-per-mile program for electric vehicle owners. Lawmakers convened for a special session to address a significant $300 million transportation budget shortfall, which poses a threat to essential services like snowplowing and road maintenance. The session, however, began with procedural challenges, as the State House failed to achieve the necessary quorum to conduct business, leaving the legislative process in limbo. This situation arises after a previous attempt to pass a transportation funding package failed earlier in the year, putting hundreds of state workers' jobs at risk and leaving the road usage charge proposal unresolved. Hawaii pioneered such a program in 2023, implementing a mandatory road usage charge to offset declining fuel tax revenues attributed to the increasing prevalence of electric, hybrid, and fuel-efficient vehicles. Numerous other states are exploring similar concepts, with Oregon, Utah, and Virginia already operating voluntary programs. Experts view road usage charges as a potentially viable long-term funding solution, though concerns persist regarding driver privacy and the potential to discourage EV adoption, which is crucial for reducing transportation emissions. Liz Farmer, an analyst for the Pew Charitable Trusts, described it as a pretty major change and highlighted the challenge in enacting something that's dramatically different for most drivers. Oregon's Transportation Department attributes the budget deficit to factors including inflation, lower than anticipated gas tax revenues, and spending limitations. This led to the issuance of layoff notices for nearly 500 employees and the planned closure of several road maintenance stations over the summer. Governor Tina Kotek intervened, pausing these actions and calling the special session to find a resolution. Republican lawmakers, however, argue that mismanagement within the Transportation Department is a primary issue and have proposed an alternative plan focusing on lifting funding restrictions rather than implementing new charges. Governor Kotek's proposal includes an EV road usage charge equivalent to 5% of the state's gas tax, alongside a 6-cent increase in the per-gallon gas tax, bringing it to 46 cents, among other fee adjustments. The proposed EV usage charge would be phased in starting in 2027 for certain EVs, expanding to hybrids in 2028. If the gas tax increase is approved, EV drivers would either pay approximately 2.3 cents per mile or opt for an annual flat fee of $340, exempting them from supplemental registration fees. Mileage reporting is expected to be managed through private contractors, with options like a smartphone app or the vehicle's built-in telematics technology. Despite these efforts, privacy concerns, particularly related to GPS devices and data security, have been cited in past surveys. While Oregon's voluntary program aims to address these by deleting data after 30 days, the broader implications for EV adoption and potential financial burdens remain subjects of intense debate. Could this policy spark a trend across other states facing similar budget gaps? Our final story takes us to Kenya, where the nation is looking at localization and energy as the twin pillars of its electric vehicle strategy. Kenya's EV strategy, localization meets energy. Kenya's automotive sector is at a critical juncture, with localization and energy policy identified as the two essential components for unlocking the full potential of electric mobility. This isn't merely a theoretical discussion. The EV sector is a present reality that directly addresses three vital national priorities: job creation, public health improvement, and fiscal strengthening. For Kenya to realize these benefits, the concept of localization must be viewed more broadly than just vehicle assembly. For decades, the Kenyan auto market has been dominated by second-hand imports, which currently account for over 80% of sales. Electric vehicles are not seen as a threat, but rather as a catalyst for transforming both the nation's industrial base and its energy landscape. Every EV operating on Kenyan roads will rely on locally generated electricity throughout its lifespan, thereby reducing the dependence on imported fossil fuels that drain the country's foreign reserves. Kenya already boasts a robust renewable energy infrastructure, generating over 90% of its electricity from sources like geothermal, wind, and solar. This renewable capacity includes significant surplus energy during off-peak hours. By adopting EVs, Kenya can effectively absorb this idle clean energy, stimulate new investments in green generation capacity, and crucially, help lower energy costs for all consumers, households, businesses, and manufacturers alike. In this context, the availability of affordable, clean energy should itself be considered a form of local content. The economic advantages are substantial. A shift of just 10% of new vehicle registrations to EVs could dramatically reduce urban air pollution and noise levels, while also providing consumers with savings through lower operational costs. This synergy between industrial development and environmental health is a powerful combination. To achieve true competitiveness, however, Kenya must strategically focus its assembly efforts on high-opportunity areas such as chargers, battery packs, and key EV components. These technologies are inherently scalable, transferable, and well-suited for developing regional value chains. From this foundation, the country can progress to low-volume commercial EVs and eventually to passenger cars. Policy alignment is essential across three key fronts. Kenya's primary competitive advantage lies in its renewable energy generation, a foundation that many other countries envy. Coupled with a young, educated, and eager workforce, the path to economic prosperity is clearly paved with job creation, both formal and informal, anchored in affordable energy. For many of these jobs, the cost of electricity is the most significant input. Therefore, when discussing local content in the automotive industry, the definition must be broadened to include renewable, locally generated power. Importing fully built units, FBUs, exports jobs, but so does importing fossil fuels. The critical distinction is that every EV, regardless of its assembly origin, runs on 100% locally generated power, creating jobs not only in the automotive sector, but also in manufacturing, services, and the wider economy. Projections suggest that within the next 5-7 years, EV adoption could absorb an additional 1.19 TWh of energy annually, equivalent to 3 times Kenya's current curtailed grid capacity. After utilizing the existing 300-400 GWh of wasted energy, Further EV growth would necessitate the development of 120-150 MW of new clean generation capacity. This presents an opportunity rather than a burden, with EV adoption acting as a driver for new geothermal, wind, and solar projects, creating a virtuous cycle of decreasing energy costs and enhanced industrial competitiveness. By embracing green energy as local content, Kenya can achieve a dual benefit, securing jobs in the automotive value chain while simultaneously fostering new employment opportunities in the energy, industrial, and service sectors. This integrated approach of localization and electrification holds the key to transforming Kenya's economy. This forward-thinking approach could set a precedent for other African nations. That wraps up our news for today, but before you go, that's all the electrifying news we've got for you today. We saw Q Park team up with GreenFlux to boost EV charging infrastructure. MG launch its impressive 2025 MG4 EV with next-gen batteries. Oregon consider a pay-per-mile program for EV owners. And Kenya outline its strategy for localization and energy in the EV sector. What a ride! If you found this update valuable, smash that like button, subscribe to ElectroDrive News for your daily dose of EV excitement, and hit the notification bell so you're always in the loop. Don't forget to drop a comment below with your thoughts on today's stories, and follow us on all social media platforms for more exclusive content. Drive safe, stay charged, and we'll see you in the next episode.